The Brahmins are back, as are the boots on the ground. Beef Week is on in the Sunshine State.
What is the largest event to be hosted in Queensland in a post-COVID era. We're tremendously excited about it.
Held every 3 years, it's one of Australia's premier beef and agriculture showcases. This year, $23 million worth of cattle is on display, and more than 100,000 people are tipped to attend. The beef capital of Queensland is ready to welcome them.
Means that we'll have an economic impact on Rockhampton and the central Queensland region in the vicinity of $100 million.
There's plenty at stake.
Queensland cattle production this year expected to be worth $4.85 billion.
It's a relief for many producers to reach this point.
Now that most of the drought has ended across the eastern seaboard of Australia, we're seeing really strong cattle prices and the demand. Obviously, most of our beef product is exported, around 70%, and the demand for Australian high-quality beef globally has never been stronger.
That's despite also weathering the storm of China trade tensions.
Look, obviously, there is some individual plants that have been working through some situations with accreditation to China.
Despite China's illegal trade sanctions, there are many other countries that want our beef, want our product.
Including Australia. Mince and other beef products were top of pandemic panic buying shopping lists. They weren't the only positive from the pandemic.
In Australia, where I can speak from our first-hand experience, COVID has actually helped accelerate the adoption of technology. There's less staff, there's less people moving around, and as a result, the requirement for greater telemetry and greater data points has really grown over the last 12 to 18 months.
In fact, agricultural technology, or Agritech, is a main focus at this year's beef event.
I think, you're seeing a lot of solutions across agriculture from technology providers who are trying to help solve those problems, whether it's growing more efficient crops, whether it's helping better manage livestock herds.
Take Farmbots monitoring technology, for example.
Connectivity to allow station owners and farmers to take a photo of infrastructure on their farm.
Andrew Coppin and his team will debut their new model this week.
Get an alert that there's something wrong with their water and they want to look at a trough. And that's all in areas where there is no cell reception. It's purely been operated by satellite.
But there's a growing issue bringing the industry back down to earth.
And, we need to be more productive with our time and resources in a world where climate change and climate volatility is the new normal.
We like to trumpet the fact that our emissions have gone down to the rest of the world. Well, that is all on the backs of our nation's graziers, who have had their land rights stripped from them.
Matt Canavan says he wants that to change.
And if we want to pursue net zero emissions, we're going to have to pursue net zero land development, net zero land clearing, net zero agricultural jobs for our beef sector. And so I actually want to see us roll back these laws which strip property rights away from farmers.
For their part, the next version of the Australian Beef Sustainability Framework will be launched at Beef Week.
And look, I think it's outstanding that this industry is part of the conversation, a commitment to be carbon zero by 2030, something that we're well on the way to as a sector.
Beef Week 2021 is on until May 8. Anna Rawlings, Sky News.